She's co-founder of the Muslim Reform Movement here in the United States. Asra, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks so much, Liz.
So you're an American Muslim, an immigrant, and a lifelong liberal, and you voted for Trump. Why?
Well, you just asked to hear the real-life stories about people on Obamacare. I'm not on Obamacare because I'm one of those real-life stories. I can't afford the premiums. I injured my knee just a little while ago. Called the Obamacare helpline. They said, sorry, you're not within the window. And it's just too expensive. It doesn't trickle down. But the real issue that matters to me, that's so deep to my heart, is as a Muslim, as a woman, I want to challenge the extremism that's put out there in the name of Islam. And for 8 years, I have been begging the Obama administration to take a real-life, real-world approach to this. Talk about the Islam and Islamic State. And as you know, they've refused to do so. So on Tuesday, when it was Election Day, I cast my vote for Donald Trump.
Are you receiving any hate or any backlash from other Muslims because you voted for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I didn't know in the intro if you called me a hero, but to many people, I'm a zero. Because, you know, what I've done is I've dared to leave the tribe. You know, the tribe of collective thinking, the tribe of groupthink. And it's not just from Muslims, it's from fellow liberals. They don't want dissent. And, you know, many years ago, you and I co-wrote this article for the Wall Street Journal called Buzzword Bingo.
Yes, we did.
And, yes, and here's the buzzword. I know. And here's the buzzword bingo today. Call somebody an Islamophobe, a bigot, a sexist, a racist, an Uncle Tom when it comes to a Muslim. And then you can discredit them and silence them from this critical debate about Islamic extremism. I call these folks the honor brigade. They want to shut down debate. And what's happened is that the left in America has come together with the Muslim right to shut down debate.
Why is the left coming together that way? Why did the Obama administration basically shut down the identification of Islam with ISIS?
Well, I'm doing the investigation because you know how I am. I want to follow the money. And what the money where the money has taken me is back to the governments of Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and all of these special interest groups that have propped up Hillary Clinton, as well as billionaire George Soros. And so what is their agenda? What is their interest? That's what I'm trying to investigate. If there's anyone out there with any clues or hints, please contact me, because I want us to demystify these protests. You know, these aren't just spontaneous protests. This is the network of the Hillary Clinton supporters that wanted her in office. And so to me, it's sort of like, you know, bad sportsmanship. I mean, basically, they have decided that they didn't like the election results, and they're going to take it to the streets.
Let's just explain to the viewer what you have personally done in trying to reform the Muslim faith. You've gone into, you know, basically the Muslim world and tried to say, stop segregating, right, the men from the women and things like that. Can you explain that to the viewer?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this goes back to, you know, our history at the Wall Street Journal. We lost our dear friend and colleague, Danny Pearl. He was visiting my home in Karachi, Pakistan. Militants in the name of Islam slaughtered him. And so that was my wake-up call as a Muslim. And what I have done is gone into mosques from my hometown in Morgantown, West Virginia, to Seattle, to New York City, to challenge gender segregation, intolerance, homophobia, all of these ideas that we reject now in the West as acceptable, and that liberals especially should reject. And what has been the result? Unfortunately, more of these condemnations, this alienation that then leads to somebody like myself saying, okay, I'm going to hedge my bets on Donald Trump then, and hope that he will take a more pragmatic approach to dealing with this crisis of the day.
So you're reaching out to Donald, and hopefully he'll reach out to you, right, Asra?
Well, let's see. I've got my Twitter handle with a direct message opportunity, so he can message me anytime.
All right, Asra, you're terrific. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Let's catch up soon.